It's May 2nd, and I have a surprise from Mr. Compton telling him which college I'm going to. So we have a cake, and when he cuts into the cake, then he'll see the color, and then it will be the school I'm going to. So it's either blue and yellow or green, and he's not here right now, so I'm gonna set up.
Hey, man, come check us out. This is hilarious. So she's gonna make a college decision, and you know how the athletes do it?
Oh, nice.
So she's got it set up.
Do we get to see, or?
Sure!
What?
It's a 2-layer cake.
Should I ask him to come? Hello?
Isn't he coming?
Did you just say 2 layers?
It's 2 layers.
You just said 2 layers.
Are you ready, Miss Smith? So basically, I made a cake with the colors of the school in it in the inside. So if you open it, then you can tell which school I got into. But Mr. Compton gets to cut into it.
Nice!
I like your cardigan.
Thank you.
Is this your college color?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Does Berkeley have a color? Berkeley is yellow and blue, and Dartmouth is
Oh
green.
my god, why is this lighting so bad?
Oh, so
you're
this
going
is sort
to.
of like a gender reveal,
Yeah.
but for college.
Yeah.
I didn't even do a gender reveal for my baby. I just wanted to say that.
Mr. Gordon, would you like to? Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Okay.
What's it gonna be?
Shut up.
Wait, this.
Oh, Berkeley would be like a rainbow polka dot.
What?
You good?
We should have a big version. Yeah.
Maybe it's different colors.
So the date now is May 1st, and if you all know, that is the date that you have to submit your, basically you have to commit to a college and decline the other offers or your position on the wait list. And so I actually committed yesterday, which is April 30th, and that's already really late for someone to commit, but personally for me, I felt like I needed the month to make that decision. And so I'll give you a rundown on how I arrived to my final decision, which I will reveal later. As you know from a previous video, I got into UC Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, UC Davis, UC Irvine, UCLA, UC Berkeley, and Dartmouth College. And I also got waitlisted from NYU, JHU, and Northwestern. And personally, from my list of the schools that I got accepted to, I felt that I had a good enough pool there, and so I actually declined all 3 of my waitlist schools. I spent the most of my time considering the 7 schools that I got accepted to, and to be honest, UCSB, UCSD, UC Irvine, UC Davis, they were actually my safety schools, and I know that they did give me scholarships. While I know for some of you, scholarships are a really big part, and I'm not saying that's a problem, but just for me personally, they weren't at the top of my considerations, and so I actually declined all of their positions. Most of the consideration I had were between UCLA, UC Berkeley, and Dartmouth. And after some consideration, I managed to limit it down to Berkeley and Dartmouth. So I finally committed to So funny!
Can you see that?
No. Is it green?
I can't tell you. You can't tell?
No.
You can't tell. You gotta put on a hat. He's colorblind, so you actually gotta put
Oh
it.
my god. Are you ready?
Oh, yay! Good for you. Very cool. You know you're wearing green too, right? I know. Look at that. And it's Irish. That's so funny.
Wait, which one's color is which? What color is this?
It's green.
Dartmouth. That's lovely. What flavor cake is that?
Well, you had 3 winners there. So you won.
What color is this?
What color is this?
I can't tell. That's not green, that's yellow. That's green.
What do you call it, Miss Rose?
Congratulations.
Hi, you did it!
So as you can see, I've committed to Dartmouth, and basically my thought process between choosing Berkeley and Dartmouth was a lot to do with talking to their alumni. To me, I'm a big city kid, and so going to Hanover in the beginning was a pretty daunting thing because the size of Berkeley itself is 3 times the size of the whole town of Hanover. But then after talking to a lot of the alumni, and stuff, they said that there was always something happening there, and the campus is big enough that you will always have something happening there. And if you really can't deal with it, then you can just go to like the nearby cities. Because I was such a big city kid, going to a small town was not something that I would usually force myself to do. But then I just thought that this was a great opportunity to try something new, and I thought that was a pretty cool experience. And the biggest thing about Dartmouth that really drew me to it was the size of the school and how it's called a college. And so that means that it has a really big focus on undergraduate teaching. And for me, I come from a pretty small high school, and so I've always had a lot of access to the teachers, and like I am able to just like pop by in their room and just say hi. I thought that really helped me with my learning in high school. And from what I've talked to for alumni and current students, they have also said the same thing. Like the teachers, the professors are really accessible, and you can really get a lot of good opportunities from talking with them. And I think that is like the kind of learning I'm looking for. Even though like Berkeley is a great school, and I really almost went there. I think like just the size of the school, and especially the introductory classes, I wouldn't really get used to it. And so I think Dartmouth caters to my style of teaching or style of learning more. And so that's why I picked Dartmouth. And so I'm really excited to go to Dartmouth. I apologize that I don't have any Dartmouth merch on me right now because I'm actually in Hong Kong. Yeah, so if any of you are going there, feel free to hit me up so I can actually go there and have friends and not be alone and sad. And if there's anything else you want to know about me, I guess comment and I'll see what I can do.